GamerPET Plays Football Manager. Hello guys and welcome to Pet Plays Football Manager 2013 Season 7 Episode 3. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty short episode because it's kind of Christmas and my father is in the other room and I don't feel like casting, commentating when when I'm not alone in the house. So last update was in January 2019. Right now is July. So I usually like to show you important matches on how I used my tactics and so on. So because of that, I'm just going to show you the results and exactly what happened this season. I'm also wearing my glasses for the first time. It's not those are Gunnar's glasses, and they are protecting my eyes because you know how bright is the monitor. Anyway, let's go directly into the matches and see exactly how everything went. I can say it was a pretty good season. We learned a lot. We have unfortunately a loss with Derby over here. We lost with Real Madrid in the Super Cup, very annoying. Another loss with Manchester City, loss versus Arsenal, a draw, a 7-0 win versus Bristol City. Then we lost with versus Stoke in the FA Cup first round, and then again with Derby, with Manchester United, then win. We lost in the finals of the League Cup. Yeah, we reached the finals, but we lost versus Manchester United on penalties, actually, pretty annoying. On the Europa League, we played versus Basel, or however you pronounce it, and we won versus them. Then another 1-1 with Chelsea. With Sporting Lisbon, we lost 2-3 at their stadium, but then we won 5-0 on our stadium. So we went further than that. 5-0 with Reading, 2-0 with West Brom. Then we got FC Twente, and we won 4-2 and then 3-3 on their stadium. And I was pretty happy that I got to play versus them because I had the chance to see Jelle Vossen in action. However, he was injured at the time. I remember I wanted to buy this player badly like 4 seasons ago and then 3 seasons ago, and then I simply gave up. And right now he doesn't look anything special, so it's good I didn't bought him. Back on my matches. Okay, 4-1 with Sunderland, 6-3 with Chelsea. Yeah, this was a pretty important thing, a pretty important match. 8-0 with Arsenal. Yeah. It was a very, very good. Why? Because Arsenal and Chelsea are usually aiming for the top 3, top 4 spot, and as you know, this is the first season when we actually set our target to qualify for Champions League, and that's mean finishing top 4. So it's pretty hard. 3-2 with Liverpool, another great win. 2-4 with Chelsea in Europa League. Yeah, we got Chelsea in Europa League. Charlton 4-0. 3-0 versus Chelsea in Europa League, and guess what? We will reach the finals for Europa League. 2-2 with Southampton. This was a very bad result, but in the last and then we lost versus Manchester City, and our chances looked a bit grim. But in the last game we managed to beat Stoke with 3-1, and of course in the Europa League we unfortunately lost 2-3 versus Cagliari. Jensen was our old let me show him to you. Our old midfielder Ruben Jensen was played the whole time, and he actually did a very good job. We actually had about 40% possession, so we got a goal in minute 80 from free kick, and it was 3-2 for them, and then nothing happened for the past 3 minutes. Pretty annoying, but reaching finals second time in a row, it is an accomplishment. And now with the Europa League, as you can see, we actually managed to finish on the 2nd spot with the same number of points with Arsenal. So you can see why it was important. Manchester City on the 4th spot and Chelsea on the 5th spot. So you can see why it was important to win versus those teams. Charlton, Burnley and Derby got relegated. QPR managed to avoid relegation, same as Bristol City. Liverpool on the 13th spot. Norwich, middle of the classement, and they actually have who was it? I kind of forgot. They have a striker. I think this is the one, yeah, who scored. Who was one of the best strikers in Europe, actually. by the number of goals scored. As you can see, 27. And Kokol, of course, is still playing for them. And of course Joel is also playing for them, and he actually scored 19 goals for them, so it was a pretty good transfer for them. Now about our team. You know, it was good that we reached the finals. It was good that we finished on the second spot, but then we kind of had money problems. Why? Because the last season we actually purchased a lot of players with 2 years deals, and I actually made it turns out I was paying around 3 million per month, and I will still pay about 2 or 3 million per month for the next 1 year from the players I actually bought. So we reached minus $60 million. Right now we are at 2 million balance, because we actually sold a couple of players, and it's a bit, we couldn't sign anyone. And as you know, I had that pretty cool where you know, my assistant manager, who was awesome with good judging player ability, with judging player potential, motivating. We had to leave him to let him go because he was asking for 27 K dollars per week, and we only could offer him 25 K per week, so he left. We also had Rooney, you know, Wayne Rooney, for about 6 months. We got him for free. I only used him to train a couple of players. I'm not sure how that worked out. And we actually managed to get a new assistant manager who's looking pretty good. This guy, you know, 16 judging, motivating 16, technical knowledge 16, mental 16, attacking 20. So his salary is very, very low, only 7K per week. Now, other news. This defender, we got him for free. He was at Arsenal, and he actually played a couple of games last season. He didn't want to sign with Arsenal. We got him on trial, and I finally, after selling a player, I will talk about him later, we managed to actually get him. Why? Because we can actually play him. He's not really that bad. And I'm thinking on selling Giuseppe Bellusci. Why? Check out his salary. Way too high. And I don't think I can't even offer him a new contract, because he's asking for, look for how much he's asking, and he will. I don't want to offer him that much. He's asking for way too much, and I can't even offer him his current salary if he would like to offer him the same deal. So I'm thinking if I should keep him until December and then try to sell him, because his contract is going to expire in 1 year, and maybe we will do that sooner, maybe now. I'm not actually sure what I'm going to do. Why? Because a lot of players are actually contracts are going to expire in 1 year. Now, who did we sell? I can tell you that we sold a striker, and we actually sold Mattia Destro. So loan fee, we got this guy on loan. Wayne Rooney free transfer. You know, he sucks, and he didn't actually play at all in the past 5 years or so. We sold for 12 million. Really, 12 million? I think this is a mistake. Or did we actually got 12 million? It seems so. You know, our young, we got him for 800K from Watford. We sold him for 12 million. His report only stated that he was about 3 stars, and I said, like, okay, I'm going to sell him. We need the money, and we have about 2 other goalkeepers as backups. We got this guy for 1 million, and we are selling him for $5.5 million. Again, only 3 stars rating. And Destro, you know, I kind of have about 6 strikers, really good strikers. And Mattia Destro last season only played 14 games, and he wasn't actually that great. And I know I had to choose him or Jordan Rhodes, and I chose him to sell because his value was way higher. He has a higher salary than Jordan Rhodes, and of course he kind of injures himself all the time. Check this out. From here, are all the injuries that when he was in my team, as you can see. I will never buy injury-prone strikers ever again, or actually injury-prone players at all. So we kind of have some money problems. It's kind of turning out okay, a bit okayish right now. Let's see how it's going to turn out. But my current team, I even got an inquiry for Hennessy, because Hennessy is a bit old. I asked for $8 million. They actually 12. Jesus, I think there was a bug and it switched my my money from dollars to British pounds, and maybe that's why. Of course, we have Danilo Travaglini as a backup, and he seems much better. So maybe that's why I'm going to keep this guy as a backup and sell Hennessy. But Hennessy has been with Wolves since like forever, and that's why I haven't sold him. Actually, Hennessy told me that he wants to leave, but and I told him that I will aim to win the Europa League, and he will. I will do that in 2 seasons, and they will say, okay, I will stay for 2 seasons, and then I will be gone. That's what he says, but he's already 32. So I don't know. Mainzer got injured for about 3 months, and this was actually what I forgot to talk about this. So as you can see, check this out. This was a huge problem. A game on the 18, then 21, then 24, then 27, then 30, then 2, then 5, then 7, then 12, then 5. As you can see, I had games that were only 2 days apart, so it was a huge problem for me to actually, in the finals of the Europa League, I was actually playing with Michael Grundy as a defender right, and he's not a defender right, and he's not really that great, so it was a huge problem, especially Fabio also got injured, and it seems that Esteban Russo is also injured right now. I think he got injured international. Player of Luka Hamel, 18 goals. He kind of broke the record of the best Wolves player ever with 7.76 average rating, or actually 7.76. This was better than Danny Beth in the past seasons. We'll actually have a look at Wolves history. I was planning to do this on the first episode of season 10 if I will still be employed at Wolves. I will actually do a check-up with all the old players, where are they then, and what impact they had in my team. Jose Maria Buendia also didn't play that well. As you can see, he's not really that reliable. Sometimes he plays well, sometimes he really plays like crap. Fabio played pretty okay. Too bad that he got injured. I was actually sometimes I'm playing Fabio as a defender left, and Mainzer actually played 27 games. He was my main guy as a defender right, and judging by his grade, he seems that he did a pretty good job. But then again, his all physical abilities, technical abilities, not really that great, and he's already 4 stars right now, and current ability 2.5 stars, so only 1.5 stars to improve. So let's see how he is going to turn out. Jason Georgie played pretty well. I can also play him as a defender right or left, and sorry, as a midfielder right or left, and this is pretty awesome. It's pretty strange that the report says 2.5 stars, because to be honest, I don't think this player is a 2.5 stars player. With he usually sits at 19 passing. Creativity, decisions and creativity, those two are very important. Work rate 19. Pace, of course, he's not a speed player, but he's a guy that can actually play the ball. And if we check information, he can dictate tempo, and that's huge. Dribbling, of course, he's not going to really use the dribble because he has like no real speed, but crossing is very okay. Anticipation is okay. Technique, so passing technique, first touch. Oh, for 4 stars 19. How can this player be 2.5 stars? Probably it's because my okay, this guy says 3 stars. Judge actually has 19 judging player ability, so yeah, that's why I'm naming him Judge. Ricky York, I played him a couple of games. He's looking out to be a pretty good player. Only 6 games. Why? Because I mainly played Jeremy Scherer. This is my main guy, and he played fabulous, 7.45 and 5 assists, 2 player of the match. And you know, if you look at him, he doesn't actually stand out. Like, whoa, look at his, I don't know, something. But he is 15 tackling, 15 passing, 18 bravery, and 17 work rate. And keep in mind, and stamina 18 and strength 15. Keep in mind that he's a defensive midfielder. I play him as a midfielder, but with defensive abilities. And he's doing a pretty good job. 4 stars and a half potential and 3 stars current ability. Actually, yeah, 4 stars and 3 stars. So, and I actually got some offers from him, and keep in mind that I bought him for $2.9 million, and right now his value is at $13 million. Ricardinho also improved a lot. At least my coaches told me that. 5 stars report, 3 stars current ability. I usually play him, but my main guy is actually Frederick, whose report says 3 stars, 3 stars. Yeah, he's pretty passing 20, technique 17, creativity, decisions, determination, flair, off the ball, composure, dribbling. He actually scored me a couple of very beautiful goals and 9 assists, and that's a lot. So my main problems were on the defensive side, of course. As you know, problems with Bellucci. I'm not sure what to do. His salary is way too high, and normally I wanted to sell him last season, but he had that thing in the contract that if he plays 5 matches, his contract will automatically be extended, and that's why I haven't sold him yet. And my attackers, as I've said, Luca Hammer, 5 stars, 4 stars current ability. Specific weakness, unfortunately, is consistency, but he played awesome. Remember, 18 composure. Some of you who were watching the live stream know a lot about this guy because I have been promoting him a lot. Teamwork 6, but it doesn't matter that much because, you know, Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't have teamwork and he's an awesome player. Same thing with Luca Hammer. Look, almost $30 million, and I only bought him for $11 million. And I've been promoting him ever since. His first goal came from in the first game. That was versus Manchester City, actually. So he has good dribbling, good finishing, first touch, passing, penalty taking, of course, flair, composure, of course, and pace. So, and I can also play. Sometimes a couple of games I played with 1 striker and 2 and 1 defensive midfielder. So I had to announce of one of my strikers and put the defensive midfielder. So I'm putting 2 attacking midfielders right and left to play as an inside forward, so I can actually play him as an inside forward, and that's pretty nice. This guy, another wonder kid. As you can see, I have like 5 or 4 wonder kids, I think. I also play him pretty often. I'm training him right now at technique. Unfortunately, his technique is not really that well and not even flair, so I still do prefer Luca Hammer. But he's also pretty good. 35 games, 10 goals scored, and pretty good average rating. Ademilson, you know, I haven't played him too much, but on the past games, when I actually played him, he managed to score. Look, 2 goals. I haven't selected him at all for a couple of months, and then 2 goals, 1 goal, 4 goals, 1 goal. So 2 goals again. So that's why I decided to sell Destro. Rhodes, same thing. He came to talk, and look, his salary is not actually thinking about it. Mattia Destro salary was 110k. This guy is 73k, so not huge difference. But again, this guy is not really injury prone. And form again, not selected. I have played him even less than that. Ignacio Egea is one of the best, value-wise, is one of the best players in the world. I think it's in like top 20. Good dribbling, but he also got injured. So, and since I'm also playing him as a midfielder, he's not really performing that well. But lately I've been playing him as a defensive forward. Let's see how he's going to turn out. So this is my current team. Frank Tubanu is still at the team. I'm playing him sometimes on the left flank. Keep in mind that I got him for free people on the stream. I got him for free when I was streaming, and people were saying like, yeah, take him and make some money later, and he's still in my team. And if you look at information, favorite personnel: Demison, Weiss, Esteban, Russo. No, oh, Danny Player is a legend. This is what I was looking at. Yeah, as you can see, we are playing for in the UEFA Champions League. Estimated value. Where can I see that actually? I want to show you the major clubs, view our clubs. By reputation wise, we are here. Reputation improved a lot. Estimated value, we are here. We have been doing a pretty good job. Financial status reach, okay. Turnover, yeah, turnover wasn't actually that great. We lost a lot of money. So the goal for this season is to do a very good job in Europa League, in Champions League actually, yeah. And if we get down from the Europa League to the from our Champions League to Europa League, I want to win Europa League again, and my target is to qualify again for the Champions League, so that means top 4. It's going to be a bit hard because we have no budget, but we actually have a pretty good team, so it might not matter. And finally, they are giving me 100% transfer revenue because we got almost no money. But I will still try to not do any transfers. I have a pretty good team anyway. I will try to maybe loan one defender or something like that, not sure. So anyway, this is for this episode. I don't know. It's Christmas, 24 December 2012. I want to... The thing is that I kind of want to play, but I can't do the episodes. You know, as you can see, I'm even talking a bit lower than usual. And I seem a bit boring right now and not really, you know, happy, you know, because my father is in the other room. So, you know, thanks guys for subscribing. I've got a couple of messages that you actually love this series. These series are only going to improve because I don't know, I think they are going to improve, and they are going to get a bit more interesting when we will finally rely on regions more. At least for me it's interesting. Oh, and another target for me is I will try to talk with the board to actually improve the youths, because the youths that I got this last season were like, the best was 1 star, and no, I want to have good players from my own youth system. So anyway, thank you guys for watching this, and if you know, give me comments, what do you want to see again, what do you want me to show you, players and so on. So bye, see you next year maybe, I don't know. Bye.